Hello everyone, ito ang pagpapatuloy ng spiritual awakening process. Sa mga baguhan o nag-uumpisa pa lang, inaanyayahan ko kayong panoorin ang mga naunang video na nagawa sa channel na to. Ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon ay tungkol sa Langit at Impyerno. Lahat ng mapag-uusapan ay lampas sa kakayahan na maintindihan ang tipikal na five senses. Hindi ito para hikayatin o kumbinsihin ng kahit sino. Ito ay gabay lang sa mga nagnanais magkaroon ng ekspansyon at kaalaman sa mundo ng espiritualidad. Click the like at mag-iwan ka ng comment kung ikaw man ay may natutunan o nagkaroon ka ng kaliwanagan o panibagong perspektibo. Lalong-lalo na kung ikaw ay may mga katanungan na may kaugnayan sa video o sa topic na napag-uusapan. Napaka-importante na pansamantala mong maisantabi lahat ng iyong kaalamang pang-intelektual at espiritual na paniniwala sa buhay. Kasama na dito ang iyong relihiyon, ang mga iniisip mong tama o mali, kung ano ba dapat o hindi dapat, o kung ano pang kaugalian na tumutukoy sa pagkatao mo. Kasama na rin dito ang mga naunang espiritual na natutunan o narinig mo. Marami sa atin ang naniniwala na dalawa lang ang patutunguhan pagkatapos mamatay o mawala sa pisikal na katawan, na pwede kang mapunta sa langit o sa impyerno base sa naging aksyon mo dito sa mundo. Ang dalang paniniwalang ito ay nanggaling sa napakalakas na impluwensya ng relihiyon. Karamihan sa atin simula pagkabata ay namulat sa mga tinaguriang banal na aklat, kung saan palagi mong maririnig ang mga pananakot na pag hindi mo sinunod ang mga nakasaad na utos dito, ay sa impyerno maging bagsak mo. Saan nga ba ang destinasyon paglisan sa pisikal na buhay? May langit ba talaga? May impyerno ba? Etc. Ilan lang ito sa mga tipikal na katanungan na pwedeng sumagi sa iyong isipan. Kaya ninais kong makuha ang perspektibo ng isang individual na bukas sa mga usapin at talakayang ito. Lahat ng mapag-uusapan, komento o mga opinyon ay hindi nagre-representa sa kahit na anong organisasyon, relihiyon o grupo na kinabibilangan ng bawat membro. Alinman sa may babahaging karanasan na pwede mong mapulutan ng aral ay kunin mo. Ang mga hindi ay isantabi mo lang. Sana ay klaro ito sa lahat. Salamat. Hello everyone. Today I have a very special guest. Thank you for coming, William.
Thank you for inviting me, Mark.
Yes, thank you. Personally, I know William, and many people calls him William. But for the viewers, can you tell them how did you get your name, William?
Yes, Mark. William is not my birth name. I received this name when I started studying for Roman Catholic priest. So in that time I was in the Benedictine order, and it was the practice to give name of a holy man, and I received the name, I choose also for that name, from Guillaume de Saint-Thierry, and in English Guillaume, French, it was a French holy man, and in English it's William. Guillaume is William.
And how was it being a priest?
A priest in Roman Catholic Church, yeah. I was very busy there. I had a lot of work. First of all, I was a teacher in a college. I teach it for students between 15 and 18 years old. And I teach it religion. But besides that, I had also several churches on several places. So I was very busy then.
How long have you been a Roman Catholic priest?
Yes, I was ordained in 1983 already, and I did the job till 2017. So it was a period of more than 30 years I did that work.
And what happened next?
And next then I was invited by people, by another church, that was the Ecumenical Catholic Church, and I accepted to be part of that church.
Was there any difference from what you did from the previous?
Yes, there is differences, of course, but at first sight, when you see the work, it's almost the same. You do also a mass, you do also the rituals like in Roman Catholic Church, the same prayers, the same practice. Even it's the same organization. They have also bishops, and deacons, and priests, and there are churches too. But there is less rules and there is more freedom.
Has there been any changes with what you do now than when you were part of the Roman Catholic Church?
Yes, I think so. Before, when I was Roman Catholic Church, I did all what is needed to do around the church. I did the mass and all what was there around. But now that I am ecumenical Catholic Church, I do that again. Do also mass sometimes, baptism sometimes, a marriage. But I'm more focused on the funeral services, and I do the prayers and the rituals for people who lost a beloved one.
Do you believe in afterlife?
Yes, Mark, that's a good question. I really believe in afterlife. It is even at this moment I'm at a point that it's like knowing that there is an existence beyond this existence.
And speaking of afterlife, what are your thoughts about heaven and hell?
Heaven and hell, that reminds me of my childhood. When I was in my grandparents, I was taught that when I do good things, I would receive a reward, and then I would become go to heaven. But when I did wrong things, then I would be punished, and I would go to hell. And in the church, the priest, he said, when you go to hell, you never come out again. It's a place of darkness, a place of punishment, a place of suffering forever. It will not stop. So that was very scary, heaven and hell. Later on, I did not think anymore in these terms of heaven and hell. It was more afterlife. I'm in afterlife and not in these places anymore. Yeah.
Has there been any changes from how you see heaven and hell now compared than before?
Yes, while before heaven and hell were more focused on afterlife and like doing good and bad and punishment and a reward that you will receive after life, I'm now more focused on this life, here and now. What are you carrying during this life? Are you carrying jealousy, carrying hatred, carrying fear? Then I think you live in atmospheres what we call hell. But when you are carrying gratitude, carrying love, carrying appreciation towards yourself and towards others, appreciation towards life, then I think you are creating a heaven on earth. And what can be is when you die, you continue to live in these atmospheres. That I think is heaven and hell in my perspective now. You create something now and you continue to live in these atmospheres after life.
What are your thoughts about accessing other lifetimes using hypnosis?
I did not thought a lot about that. I'm more focused on this lifetime, and it's also my practice that it is like this is the only life we have. We need to live now, and I'm focused on here and now. But when you talk about hypnosis and you talk about regression therapy, it's more like a meditation, I think. It's more like, and indeed hypnosis and then regression therapy can give answers on questions that many people have. So I'm open for it to surely to hypnosis and meditation, and I think regression therapy is part of it, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. So, let's do it.
Okay.
Sa sandaling handa na si William ay humiga na siya sa kama, ipinikit niya ang kanyang mga mata at sinabihan ko lang siyang mag-relax. Ang sesyon ay tumagal ng halos 3 oras. Ipapakita lang ang mga bahagi kung saan magsasalita si William. Mapapansin mo ito dahil sakat ng music sa background.
I see rocks. But in the rocks there are windows. Like houses in the rocks. It's like a city, a little town. In the desert. But people are living in the rocks.
Is this during the day or during the night?
I'm in the day. The sun is shining.
Notice the one who watches this scenario, this scene. Can you look at your feet? Can you see your feet?
Yeah, the feet are in a sandal. I'm bare feet in a sandal.
Very good. Can you notice the skin?
The skin is slightly brown.
Very good. And as you move higher to the knees, notice what kind of clothes.
A white clothes.
Move higher towards the shoulders until you see the features of the person looking. Observe how this person looks like.
He has a red little hood.
Very good.
His face is in his 30s. He has black eyebrows.
Very good.
He's kind. And he's like having cows. There are some animals there, it are cows where he can have milk from it. It's like not really a farmer because it's a desert. However, he can keep some cows.
Very good. So this is a man.
It's a man.
Very good.
We are sitting in one room within the houses in the rocks. There is a fire. We are sitting around the fire. I'm talking to a girl. Can be my daughter. It is also another man helping to make food. We are eating. We are eating meat and drinking milk. Warm milk, I think.
Very good. How many people are there?
See a man, a girl, and me.
And how are you related to this man? Who is this man? How old is this man as you observe his...
This man is my age. He is in his 30s.
the scene continues as you were eating and drinking the warm milk.
There's a warm atmosphere. Not only the warmth in the room because of the fire, but also the warmth between the people. They're taking care for each other.
How do you feel about this way of living?
I feel responsible for them. I'm the father of that girl. But the mother died by birth. I'm alone with that girl. I take care for her. And then a friend is helping me.
Gaze into the eyes of this girl. See her eyes as she looks back to you. Is she familiar to you in this present lifetime?
Yeah, she's remember me of Mark Shakespeare Impyerno. So it's exactly her eyes.
Very good. And how about the man who is with them? Gaze into his eyes and look into his eyes and see if he is familiar to you.
He's looking very kind. He's reminding me of a friend in this lifetime. His name is Johan.
Very good. Now allow the scene to unfold further as it brings you to the next important scene in this lifetime.
We are expected on the market, my friend Johan and me and the girl. We are selling cheese that we had from our cows. There is people around us and they buy.
It's very beautiful. What happened next?
My girl is studying in the school. And she's very smart. She's like more clever than the teacher. And the teacher is a little bit jealous or bitchy to her. But I support my girl. I can see that she is very smart. And she is becoming even like leading her class. But the teacher is not happy with that. The teacher is complaining because she's explaining the Bible to the Christian community. And she sees things in the Bible that the teacher don't agree. But she can explain it very well.
Very good. What happened next?
The director of the school is coming to me and he's saying that he is worried about my daughter.
What is he saying about the daughter?
That if she continues like that, she will be punished and maybe go to the court because her explanations are not correct these days. I'm very sad about that. I see my daughter dying. She's on the fire. She lost the court, and all the people are shouting to her. I feel so sad. I'm crying.
What happened next?
I'm alone in my house. It's very quiet without her. It's very painful. My friend Johan, he brings me some food. It is very quiet.
How does he feel?
He let me alone. He is scared to stay with me, but he brings me some food.
Very good. Now let's go to the next important scene in this lifetime. A very important event that took place.
I'm dying of sadness. I don't want to live anymore. My heart is broken.
What happens next?
I'm with her now. I'm in the light. I'm with that girl who is already adult, who is so beautiful. And she is saying, come to me. You are welcome.
Follow the transition, the journey towards the light, and describe whatever you see or experience. What happens next as he joined her in the light?
I just can see that the emotion is less now. The emotion is over.
How do you feel now?
I feel relaxed. It's like, oh my gosh.
What is this place when you looked at it and observed it? What kind of place is this where you are now with your daughter?
It's surely a place of the light, a place of truth.
And can you describe the environment? How does this look like?
It's like we are back home in the fire, in the warmth, in the hugging, in the appreciation also for each other, that we went through something cruel on earth, but now we are happy there. And we say it, on earth you need to be cautious. You need to be quiet. You need to be... You cannot say everything. Here we can say everything. But it's like we still are cautious.
What happened next? What did you do there? What events took place when you were there? Just allow the scene to flow as you observe them.
I see an angel. It's not an angel, I see a being, but I call it angel. A being who is so kind to me.
What does this being looks like? Can you describe this being?
He's like having a mantle. He's young, he's in his 20s, between childhood and adulthood. It's like my guardian angel, I think. And he's giving me comfort. He says, all is well. All is well. All is well. He's repeating it. He's showing me like a castle of, it's not a castle, but like a beautiful house with a beautiful garden. He says, this is your new place, you can live here for a while. But this is a house of light.
What do you observe in this house? How big is this house?
It reminds me of a priest house where I lived, but so beautiful, so beautiful.
Are you going to live there by yourself?
Yeah, but there's a lot of people who are welcome there. They are all in afterlife. They are all full of love, full of appreciation, full of acceptance.
Can you notice how the people dress in that place? How do they look like? What do they wear?
I don't see that much clothes, but when I see something, it is white.
And this white, is this like a garment that they are wearing? Or is this some sort of light? What kind of...
Strange to say, but clothes is not important there.
Thank you. And during that moment where everyone is in that place, what activities do they do?
They talk to each other. Or just to be with each other. The being is already a vibration of... It's not talking, it's just being.
How does it feel?
Very nice. Relaxed.
Is time existing in that place?
There's no time.
Does the day and night takes place?
There's no day, no night.
And what environment is there? Is it just light? Bright light?
Yeah, it's light, but you see some nice... you see the nice house, of course, but even the house is not that important. It's like a place of light, a place of love, a place of acceptance who you are.
How many places are like this?
I cannot count. There are several. It's not the only house there. It's like an endless village with that houses of people, of beings, souls.
Is this what they call heaven?
It's a very good place, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to live there.
Let's go to the next part where you did some beautiful activities there.
It's like teaching, but it's not really teaching, but also repeating the mantra of love, acceptance, appreciation. It's like also connected with other guardian angels and like saying prayers to a universal being, very strong, so strong light that we say hello to that light. Hello in the sense of we love you, we love light, we love that light. It's like what they do in the church. It's like songs of hallelujah, something like that. So.
And who are the beings that you are doing this with? Are they
it are all souls like my daughter, like me, people who appreciate each other and who want to show their gratitude that they are there to that big, enormous light.
Are there any other souls who are there that are familiar to you?
I feel the presence of a lot of souls, but I cannot at this moment see other names. I'm thinking that I can't see.
Where was the mom, the soul of the mom? Just allow the energy to flow, to be shown to you. It could be in another place or another dimension.
Cannot see the mom. The mom is not there. The mom of my girl is not there.
Let's go ahead and see where the mom is and just allow the connection to run.
I can feel her in a grey area. It's not dark, but it's grey. She is there watching us, wanting to come with us.
What is this grey area? Describe it more, see it more.
She is between like stones. It is like little rocks, but it's no green, no color. She's sitting there, she's lonely.
Is she by herself?
I can feel others, but she is especially lonely there. I can feel loneliness. I see the grey stones, it's so enormous grey stones, and there is that lady totally alone there. There's no people around. I was married with her. And she wants to come with us, but she cannot.
What happened to her that brought her there? Allow the scene to be shown to you as you were watching the scenes that took place from her that brought her there.
She was always already, when I was with her, living in fear.
What was she afraid about?
She was afraid of the priest in the community. She wanted to be a perfect Christian. She was feeling like a sinner, wanting to do, asking forgiveness, also for sins about sexuality. And when she gave birth to my daughter, it was very difficult, and her body was weak. It was very difficult giving birth. We were all worried if also the child was dying, but it was not. But she did not survive.
And what can she do there? Observe what are her activities as she is staying in that area, in that state?
She's crying. She's grieving.
Is time existing in that place?
It's like she's believing that this is going to end one day. That she will join us one day. But I don't know if this is going to happen.
What stops her from moving to your place? Is there something that holds her in that area?
She don't feel dignity. She is feeling guilty. She is always feeling guilty. Guilt about her body, guilt about sexuality, guilt about... She is feeling guilty about a lot of things.
Is that something that she chose to have, or does she have a choice about that?
It's like she was teached like that. She heard this in her parents, in the church. She feels not comfortable in her body. She feels always guilty. That's it. She is missing us so harsh. She's grieving. She wants to talk with us.
Is there somebody there she can talk?
I think so. There is also an angel there who wants to help her. Or a being like I call an angel. It is a being of light.
And what does this being do to souls that are in that state?
It's like giving advice.
And do they listen to this being?
She has difficult to listen. She has difficult to understand. But she tries. She do her best.
So the being is not holding them. Nobody is holding them to stay there.
No.
And what is the way for them to move away from that state, from that place?
It's like to be aware what is happening with them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like awareness.
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult for them to be aware. They are seeing more gray and thinking that gray is the truth, but they can barely see that there is also light. However, there is a being who is telling them. It's like an angel who is telling them.
How does this being look like?
He's just light also. Cannot see that much clothes or faces, or it's like a presence.
Yes.
But he can communicate, he can talk.
Does he look like a human? Does he have like arms or legs?
Cannot see that.
It's just light.
Yeah.
Very good. Alright, allow this scene to close, and we're going to ask a being of a higher knowledge and wisdom to assist you to see the different dimensions and densities that exist all throughout.
I can see my guardian angel that welcomed me. And I ask him if he wants to guide me.
What does he say?
He says, are you ready to see that? Because he warns me. He's there and he's like not really enthusiastic to show me. I can see the place where is the mom of my daughter, that I can see. All grey stones. And then my angel takes me farther than that. I'm going to an infinite emptiness now. It's like I am in totally emptiness now.
What is this place or this state about?
It's like sucking, deep sucking through to destroy everything. Like you are going to be in. I don't want to be there. I want to escape there. I ask my angel to take me back from there. It's too sucking, like very powerful, wanting to bring you there in. But my angel takes me, keeps me in his power. Can see like it is destroying.
What level of dimension is this place where you say it's sucking everything?
It's like a nuclear bomb there. It's like
Are there beings there? Are there...
Yeah, sure, it's full of beings there in that destruction.
How does that place looks like?
A hurricane, and a big hurricane, but sucking everything around.
And is that what they call hell?
It's a place of shouting and scaredness, and if hell exists, this is hell. Yeah, I don't want to be there. I want to go away from there.
Is it possible to just observe from a distance? Just watching them from a distance, like you are watching a telescope. You can see it, but you are not there, you are just far.
Yeah, you see a lot of pain.
What is happening there when you see pain?
The beings want to survive this powerful destruction, but they cannot. They are sucked into like a black hole.
And what kind of beings are you seeing? How do they look like?
They look like you and me, but they are scared and shouting. They are also wanting to go away from there. But it's so strong, the power.
And can you observe what brought them there? What pulled them to be there? Did somebody put them there? Or did something put them there?
I see a face with a lot of hatred. I cannot believe the hatred in that face.
And what about the face full of hatred? What does this face do?
He's saying they do bad things to me. I don't deserve to be here.
These are the people, you mean?
This being that I see now, he don't want to be there too.
But he's full of hatred?
He is full of hatred.
And what's the hatred? Where is the hatred coming from? Like,
he's judging, always judging why others are wrong.
I see.
He says always they do wrong to me.
And what other things you notice that he is saying?
He's just this repeating, and the face is also wanting to escape from this, but he is in a wind power that is sucking him deeper and deeper.
And just observe, to those who are sucked deeper, where do they go? Where does this lead to? This
To nothingness, to emptiness. They are scared from that too.
And observe, let's follow the path to the emptiness. What happens when a soul reaches to the state where there is nothingness? What happens to them?
They are in a circle that is always a circle who is come back, vicious, a circle, vicious, coming always back, not be able to go out. The more anger, the more repeating this again.
How many places are like this?
There are a lot. Oh, I can see a lot, yeah.
So they are different hell?
Yeah.
Do they vary? Do they have differences?
It's all about darkness and sucking.
And do they have a chance to redeem themselves? Are they given chances?
When you are in the deepest hole, yeah, there is a chance. It's again awareness.
Allow yourself to observe someone or something there.
There is also a light there. You need to be aware of that light. But since you are so in that circle, it's difficult to go out of that circle.
Are there creatures of the dark existing there?
Yeah. They are. They are not aware anymore. They just continues to be in hatred, in jealousy, in pain. And they are complaining and judging themselves and others. But there is still a light. It can change. It's not. But yeah,
It's not the end.
It's not the end.
We will ask a guide to show us a being that was given a chance for redemption. Observe what happens to that being in that state where they are pulled into the darkness, into that black hole. What happens the moment they are given redemption, or the moment they had awareness? What happens?
I can feel a being there who looks to a point of light, who wants to reach that. And he can see the hatred that is in himself. But it's too harsh to see. It can also, for him it's too harsh to see. But when he sees, he's wanting also to escape.
What happened next? What happened to this being?
It's like he's escaping out of that hole.
How comes? What happened?
He followed a red light that was, however, there was also a red light. He followed that. And he came out And he is aware of his hatred. He can see what he did to himself and to others.
Follow this being as he went through the red light. When he started to realize his hatred and his actions towards others, what happened next?
He's crying. He has feelings again. He had no feelings anymore. But he has feelings of appreciation to others again. Appreciation also to that light, which he did not see.
And what happened next? What happened to this being?
I think he is going back to earth or to a place where he can try again.
What do you mean by try again?
He's going back to try again, to do again in a planet, in an earth or another planet.
To be born again there?
To be born again, yeah.
Very good. And is he ready to do that?
Yeah, he's ready.
Is he aware that it will be very challenging?
Yes. But he is really wanting to. He's really wanting to experience something new.
And how would that change anything? How would that change or affect him in some way?
He's following the red light, the warm red light. It's a red light, a warm light. That's his guide. It's like a flower. He's following a flower of redness and warmth. And he wants to carry that flower in his heart. A dark red flower of light.
As he begins to create a new journey of life, is there a contract?
I cannot see a contract, but there is a will to do, like to promise something. I promise to do. I promise to be a warm person like that. It's like, how do you call that? It's like a pledge. It's like a pledge.
Thank you. And what happens when that pledge isn't done? Like it's not followed, or it's not acted out?
It's like they will follow. It is very strong.
Okay.
There's no question of not following.
So the pledge is like an order.
Yeah, very strong.
Speaking of pledge, are there also orders to, for example, to be born as a witch? Is that also part of the pledge?
It can be. I see people in the darkness, beings in the darkness, who are going to be born again in the darkness, in another planet.
What do you mean they are born to be in the darkness?
They are going to live in the darkness too.
to do.
And it's also a choice. They choose for it.
To repeat it again.
Yes.
And when you say darkness, what exactly do they do there? What actions or activities are they going to do?
To want to destroy.
Mm-hmm.
To be a black hole in the planets.
I see. Thank you so much. And that is something they choose to become.
Yes, they want to do that.
Mm-hmm. Is there something that allows this to happen? That orchestrates these events to take place, to allow these beings to be there?
I don't know if it's orchestration, but it is surely part of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the total.
Part of the total.
Part of the everything.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
And so, how souls are in the darkness of hatred, and how some of them can escape by following a warm red light in their hearts that was growing bigger and bigger. Others cannot escape or don't want to escape. They are not aware.
And what happens to them in that state, in that place?
They stay there for very long.
And how does the place look like where they are?
It's like in a continuously tornado of destruction. And some of them have chosen for that. They don't want to change.
I would like to ask the guide, what is the point of all of this birth and rebirth? Going to heaven and then going to hell. Where is this going? Where is this leading to? What is the end of it?
This is leading to more awareness in the universe. It's leading to see the things like they are.
So it's more experience every time?
It's feeling, seeing, experience the universe like it is.
But the universe is infinite, so it never ends?
In Apocalypse is revelation. In destruction is revelation too. When everything is distracted, there is a new birth.
So it's a cycle.
It's a cycle of seeing more, seeing better.
And who decides for a being to to work in the dark or to work in the light from the soul state?
The decision is in the soul. Everybody is able to decide for himself.
Can a soul from the light choose to be born and do bad things?
Yes, it can.
And when they die, do they go back to the light? Do they go to hell, as we call it, because they did harm others?
They will experience or hell or purgatorio. Or they can also go to the light, depending of their choice they make, even at the end of their lives on earth. They can choose for the light.
Even if they have caused so much harm?
Yes.
From the guides, what would be a message for the viewers?
You can always choose being part of the light or being part of the darkness. It's a deep choice of the soul. The moment you choose for darkness, you will experience the darkness very deep in yourself. It will be difficult, but you are not aware. The moment you choose for the light, you experience something new, and you don't want to lose it anymore.
Is there a God that judges everyone's action after their death on the physical?
It's not a judgment. It's a light. Very, very creative light. There's no judgment there. I cannot feel judgment. I cannot say there is judgment.
Mm-hmm.
But I can say there is happiness or sadness.
Is the soul's feeling brings them to the next phase after their death?
I cannot see feelings, it's choices you make. And of course, there are more atmospheres. Atmospheres, and yeah, you can call it feelings.
What are these atmospheres?
Atmosphere of peace, a joy, the atmosphere of destruction, fear, jealousy, anger. Yeah, these are feelings, but it's all more deeper than feelings. It's like atmospheres that you created, you choose for.
How many heavens are there, and how many hells are there.
I showed you infinite houses of light, and there are infinite dark holes of darkness, and there is also within between.
And every house is different from another.
Yeah, there are different colors, different shades.
But I thank the guides and to those and to all beings who assisted this journey today. Thank you for allowing us to receive wonderful messages. We would like to ask that you provide the blessings to those who would be able to watch and hear the video, this regression, and that they will be able to find the light within themselves.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and we will bid goodbye. Sa pagbabalik ng kamalayan ni William ay kinuwento niya ang kanyang naging karanasan. Ibinahagi niya ang kanyang mga nakita at kung paano ito nakaapekto sa kanya. So we just finished the session. How was your experience, William?
Yes, I come out of another world. It was quite emotional. And especially the feeling of dying in my regression therapy, that was quite heavy. I can still feel it in my body, like seeing somebody who is dying and seeing myself passing away. Yeah, it was emotional.
From our earlier conversation, you mentioned that you are more focused in this life. Now that you have seen more, did something change?
Yeah, I was before already aware that there was life after this life. It was a feeling. Of course, I'm still focused on this life, but yeah, the feeling that there was other life was always there. But now that I could see that, could feel that, could experience that, for me it is true now, really true. There is no doubt.
Many people think that this activity is just a result of your imagination. From your experience, did you just imagine the scenes that you have seen?
From my side, there was no creation of images. I just was more connected to another reality, to another world. And I was real in that world with all my senses, with all my feelings. I could smell, I could hear the people there. Of course, I could hear your voice too. That was very little. Yes, it was a connection with another world.
What message would you like to give to the viewers, to those who would be able to watch this?
Maybe I could give just a summary there of what is for me very important. And that is that everybody has always a choice. The choice for choosing for the light or the choice choosing for the darkness in this life is very important. And it has its consequences in afterlife. I think it's the most important I can feel.
Thank you so much, William, for being here. And I hope we can talk again in another time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Ang buhay mo ngayon ay isa lang sa napakaraming buhay na iyong ginagampanan sa nag-iiba't ibang oras at dimensyon. Ang bawat hamon na iyong makakaharap sa buhay na ito ay sumasalamin lang sa mga naging pagsubok sa nag-iiba't ibang buhay na gusto mong lubusang matutunan o maunawaan. Ang mga kaluluwa na malapit sa iyo, ito man ay kapamilya, kaibigan o minamahal, kasama na ang mga kaaway mo sa buhay na ito, ay mga kaluluwa na gumaganap din ng ibang tungkulin sa iba't ibang buhay mo. Ang mga tungkulin nyo ay nagpapalit-palit upang makuha ang nag-iiba't ibang perspektibo na makakatulong sa ekspansyon ng bawat membro o grupo. Sa bawat panghusga mo sa kahit sino, ay magiging oportunidad mo na gampanan ang kanilang tungkulin sa ibang buhay upang maranasan at maintindihan ang kanilang naging pananaw sa sarili at aksyon dito sa mundo. Tandaan na hindi nakasulat sa bato ang buhay mo. Gaano man kalakas ang impluwensya ng tadhana o mga bituin, o kahit anumang landas ang tahakin mo, ito man ay sa liwanag o dilim, ay patuloy mananatili ang iyong kalayaan sa bawat sandali na pumili. Salamat sa panonood. Hanggang sa muli.